Hello and welcome. Today we're going to be talking about personal branding for professionals. That's right. These things are going to help you, needless to say, it's not going to solve all your problems, but these are going to help you take your business to the next level. Why? Because brands are more powerful than non-brands. Okay, that is the simple, but we're going to break it down for you to help you see how to start, how to do it, and then what that means for you as a professional, as a business owner, whatever role that you're going to be fulfilling within your life. So I'm excited to start this with you. If you're new here, my name is Taylor Darcy from Think Legal, where I help businesses and people thrive. So welcome. I go live most every day, Monday through Friday at 11, right here, right now, this time. Sometimes life gets in the way, so I don't go live then. But other than that, I try to go live to give you helpful information for your business. So tune in to get your questions answered. Leave comments below if you can't, and I'm happy to answer them as I have time. So let's get started, shall we? All right, welcome back. So, the reason why brands have more value than non-brands, and this is true of businesses as well as individuals, is simple because brands are memorable. When you think Apple, you think of the apple. When you think of Coca-Cola, you think of the name with the little Coca-Cola thing. Amazon, the A to Z logo. FedEx with the arrow to it. UPS, the brown. All of these different types of companies have their own brand. But what most people don't understand is that you as an individual can have a brand as well. Now, how do you develop that brand? Very similar to how you develop your company brand if you don't have one. Now, first and foremost, you're going to want to create what's called a mark. What is it that makes you unique? What is it, the one thing that you want to, it has to be one. Remember, Coca-Cola is known for its color and the style of logo and all that other stuff. If you notice, it's not this crazy, confusing logo that has nothing to do with whatever they do, right? Coca-Cola is synonymous with that color red, synonymous with that brand thing. So when I'm talking about making a mark, I'm talking about creating one thing that can represent you to the world, okay? And it's going to surround you and your career, whatever that may be, right? This doesn't have to be just for lawyers, doctors, that type of thing. It can be for any professional, anybody that's in a position that interacts with other people. This is not just strictly for a quote-unquote business. This is for anybody that wants to excel in whatever job they get and to continue to move up if that's their goal. So Joseph Liu once said, personal branding is a way of establishing and consistently reinforcing who you are and what you stand for in your career and life. So the reason why this is so important is because you want people to remember you. Not everybody does a good job of this, of their professional branding, okay? Now, you can be very nuanced with it, or you can be very broad. There are a lot of options that allow you to put your personal spin on it. Now, the next thing you want to do is make sure that you're taking a personal inventory and developing your message. What is it that you want the world to know about you? What is it that will help others to define who you are in their mind, right? Like when you think of Apple, you think of the Apple logo. When you see Google, you think of Alphabet, you think of the different Google logo. All of these things help you define those brands. You are no different. as a person. So what is it that you want to develop to convey to the world? This takes a little bit of introspection. This isn't something that you're just going to want to sit down and do in a minute. You're going to want to take some time to develop this. You're going to want to give your energy to this. You're going to want to give, spend an hour here and there to kind of develop it over time so that you're getting the best information possible to your people, right? Like that's what you want to do. There's an old saying that says you never get a second chance to make a first impression. That's what we're talking about doing by developing your brand, okay? Now, you're going to want to identify your strengths, okay? This one goes along with Albert Einstein. He said, everyone's a genius, but if you ask a fish to climb a tree, he'll think he's an idiot his entire life, okay? And that is so very true, right? Like, I am not good in certain areas of my life, but I'm excellent in others. Be wary of anyone that tries to get you to, I'm not saying you can't develop your weaknesses, but don't be leery of anyone that says to develop your weakness to the detriment of helping your strengths. No one is going to be 100% perfect and awesome at everything they do. They are going to have deficiencies in some area of their life. I can't say what that'll be for you, right? So you're going to want to identify your strengths. This does not mean develop your strengths. And this is what you're going to want to convey to the world. So the next step is you're going to write down your values and priorities. What do you value in this world? If you value autonomy, flexibility, well, what is it? I don't know. These are decisions that you have to make. So you're going to write down your values and your priorities, and you're going to develop this into a coherent message, okay? All of these things go into a message. And then you're going to want to share this message everywhere you go, right? You're going to want to share it online, in person, through your business cards. Keep it simple, though. Do not overwhelm people. Do not think you have to give them your life story in a minute, okay? Well, maybe a minute. But point is that whatever you develop as far as your brand is concerned, it's got to be short, sweet, and to the point, okay? It can't be something that you go on for hours or minutes. You need to take the time to develop it into a small thing because that's easier for people to remember. Remember, people's attention spans are very short these days, okay? So keep it simple. Keep it short, okay? And there's a whole reason why you need to be on board with this, because the old saying, if a tree falls in the forest, does it make a sound? Okay, yes. But if no one hears it, then all you know is the tree fell. So my point with that is that that's why you need to share your message. Luria Petrucci of Live Streaming Pros has it's called Uniquely You, and I'm giving her a shout out because of who she is, and she's very good at what she does, and I enjoy using her information, and I'm part of her classes and stuff like that to help you bring content. That's what I do for her. But point of that is that Uniquely You is her thing. It's very simple. Look at that. What does that say? It talks about being you, being uniquely you, and that's kind of like what branding encapsulates, right? What are you showing to the world? Now, here's something that, and this is the next one, is have a signature and be yourself. Look, the days of pantsuits and boring outfits, while sometimes applicable, don't have to be within the context of your brand. In fact, I would argue the more common you sound or look or act, the less likely that that's going to form that brand that you're looking for. So come up with the signature something. And it doesn't have to be a literal signature. It can be a pen that you wear. I follow hashtag Sisters-in-Law on podcasts. And Jill Winebanks wears a pen. That's her thing. She has different pens for different events, occasions, and no matter what she's doing, she wears a different pen depending on what the event or thing that she's doing does. And so that type of thing, something as simple as wearing a pen, can give you the signature that you're looking for. If it's a hairstyle, great. If it's a color, great. Whatever it is, make sure you're using it so people can identify you based upon your signature thing. Most importantly, people can spot phonies very easily. Be yourself. If you're wild and crazy, be wild and crazy. Do your thing. The reason why I say that, simple. Because when you're yourself, the people that are naturally attracted to you will be naturally attracted to you. If you're trying to be something you're not, then you're going to, the law of attraction is that people are going to be that they're not. They're not going to be their genuine selves. You're not going to have the best relationships with them. So be yourself. Be the person that you want to be, right? As part of your brand. Okay. Now, here's a thing that people don't understand and what they kind of miss. If you don't define your brand yourself, others will. That's why getting your message out, sharing it with others, leaves you to define it as much as possible. You're going to want to make sure that the process is evolutionary, not stagnant. You don't just develop your brand once and then just sit on it for the rest of your life, right? You're going to want to take the time periodically to review your brand, your message, the thing that you're going to want to convey. Are you the same person now as you were 10 years ago? Those are all questions that I can't answer for you. But the goal, the idea being that if you don't develop it, others will. So how you present yourself, good, bad, or indifferent, others will see you as that, whether you do it or not. So live your life, do your branding intentionally. Think of things intentionally. How do you want other people to perceive you, right? And again, I'm not saying you have to be boring. Be you, but be intentional about it. You know, there's a lot of people that just dress terribly. That's fine for them, but that's showing people how they dress isn't important to them. They don't care. And if that's what they want to convey, that's okay. That's what they want to convey. But if that's not what you want to convey as your person, then do better. Convey something else through your actions. Joseph Liu also said, everything you do either strengthens or dilutes the personal brand you're trying to create. So if you're doing something that's hurting your brand, then you need to stop. If you're doing something to help improve your brand, then continue doing that. And again, evolve over time. Logos change, colors change. If it's not resonating with your people that you're trying to reach, then maybe that's not the right logo situation for you. I can't make those decisions for you. As long as you stick in the realm of being true to yourself, then you're fine. Okay? So while short, sweet, I like short, sweet, to the point, right? Like that's what this is all about. If you've gotten value out of this video, don't forget to hit subscribe and like, and know that I do go live Monday through Friday at 11-ish, right about now. And we'll see you later. Have a great one. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that bell icon. Thank you.